This is the story of the dog who waited for his owner to return home from work every day at exactly 4:32 p.m. The dog would wait patiently outside until his owner came home, and if he was late, the dog would get very anxious. And one day something happened that made the dog never wait for his owner again. This is a sad story, but don't worry, the dog ended up in a much better place. And this all happened in Brazil. Every day when this dog's owner left for work, the dog would just lay down outside on the same patch of grass and wait for him to come back. He would wait there all day, and then right at 4:32 p.m., when the man always came home, he would jump up and wag his tail excitedly and lick his face. The man had been doing this for years, going to work and coming home every single day at precisely the same time. So the dog knew when he was coming home. One day the man was running late, so he was driving home at around 5 p.m. The dog started to feel anxious because his owner wasn't home yet, and it was already 4:32. He started to walk around and pace back and forth. He kept looking down the road, hoping to see his owner, but he didn't show up. The dog's anxiety got worse and worse, and after waiting another hour, the dog felt desperate. Most dogs will just keep waiting patiently if their owner is a little bit late. But this dog was so anxious about his owner not showing up that he broke out of his leash and ran down the road to find him. But unfortunately, the dog didn't see a car coming and he got hit by a truck. The driver stopped, but the dog's leg was already broken and he could tell that the dog wouldn't make it. The driver called the police and told them to go to the address on the dog's collar. When the police arrived, they knocked on the door and a man opened it. He was very worried when he saw what the police were holding. He immediately went outside and asked what happened to his dog. The police told him that his dog ran away from home and got hit by a truck. They asked him if he realized how dangerous it was to let his dog roam free like that. But the man insisted that he hadn't let his dog out. He said that he only tied his dog up when he left for work, and that someone must have untied him. The man was furious and he started yelling at the people next door. He was saying things like, "You did this, didn't you? You probably did this to get rid of my dog." But the police told him to calm down and stop yelling. Then the man looked at his dog one last time and carried him inside. When the man brought his dog inside, he noticed that the dog still had a pulse, so he took him to the vet. At the vet, the man asked the vet to do everything he could to save his dog. He said that he couldn't lose his best friend. When the vet examined the dog, he told the man that unfortunately his dog had no chance of survival. He told him that the dog had internal bleeding and there was nothing more they could do. The man cried when he heard this. He felt terrible for leaving his dog outside all alone all those years. He should have known that something like this could happen. That night, the man couldn't sleep. He kept thinking about all the times that he left his dog outside to wait for him. And he also thought about how he yelled at his neighbors. He knew that he had acted wrong, and that he needed to change. The next morning, the man woke up feeling very sad. He went outside to where he had tied up his dog the day before, but he wasn't there. The man felt even worse when he saw how his dog had laid there. He now understood that his dog hadn't wanted to wait for him anymore. The man decided that he needed to make a change. Instead of being angry at other people, he would be more friendly. And instead of letting his other dogs wait outside, he would take them to the park to play. From that day on, the man never forgot the lesson he learned from his dog. Every day he would take his other dogs to the park. And one day while he was walking his dogs, he saw an adorable little puppy that had been tied up to a tree. The puppy's owner had left the dog there all day while he went to work. The man immediately called the police and told them to come over. When they arrived, they took the dog with them. The man wanted to adopt the dog and give him a better life than he had. The next day, the man went to the animal shelter where the dog was taken. He wanted to adopt him and give him the love and care that he deserved. The man fell in love with the dog and named him Thor. And when he brought Thor home, his other dogs were very happy to see a new dog to play with. Thor loved playing with the other dogs, and he loved playing fetch in the yard. He never had to wait outside again. After adopting Thor, the man also volunteered at the animal shelter where he got Thor. He wanted to help other dogs get adopted too. The man became well known in the community for helping animals. He even raised money to build a new animal shelter, which would be bigger than the old one and could house many more dogs. People often donated food and toys for the dogs, and the man would deliver them himself. He always thought of the dogs waiting outside for their owners and wanted to make sure that they got some love. So the man visited different schools to talk to children about animals, and he taught them to be kind to animals and to never leave their dogs outside without supervision. He hoped that together they could make the world a better place for animals. The man and his new dog Thor became best friends. One day, while the man was walking Thor, they met an old lady. She recognized the man and asked if he was the same man whose dog died a few years ago. The man said yes, and the old lady told him something shocking. She said that she had seen his dog waiting outside for him every day, but that he had never waited for her. She said that she lived across the street and saw everything, but that she never said anything before because she didn't want to cause any trouble. The man was shocked to hear this. He had no idea that his dog had been waiting for him all these years. He felt so guilty about what he did to his dog. At home, the man looked at Thor and realized that he had found a new best friend. And he promised himself that he would never forget the lessons that his old dog had taught him. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to hear more stories like this, stay tuned. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.